It's Monday, December 22nd, 2025, and apparently it's Date Nut Bread Day, which feels like the internet dared a grandma to invent a podcast holiday. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley. Also, Date Nut Bread Day is so aggressively specific. Like, who filed that paperwork? Anyway, hi.
Today's episode is birthed by robots, like a fully automated little content gremlin assembly line. If the pacing gets spicy or someone says something slightly unhinged, we're leaving it in.
Yeah, we do not do perfect. We do shipped. Okay, what are we talking about today?
3 threads that all rhyme. Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.5 getting love as a co-writer. Google Ads rolling out brand guidelines in Performance Max so your business name and logos are consistent at the campaign level. And Google dropping FunctionGemma, this small on-device model that turns natural language into app actions offline.
So the theme is, the machine is inside your brand now. Cool, cool, cool. No notes. Let's start with Claude. Everyone on X is acting like it's their ghostwriter soulmate.
Yeah, the praise is basically higher quality writing and more co-writer behavior, meaning it sticks to style, refines drafts, cleans up the mess, stays in the lane.
Okay, but here's the line I'm worried about. When it's on brand, is it actually on brand, or is it brand voiced by committee, where the model averages out all the weirdness that made you interesting?
That's the risk. Models are incredible at sanding down edges, and sometimes the edge is the brand, like you can accidentally optimize into beige.
Beige is the default output of the corporate universe. It's like the model goes, congrats, I removed your personality. I also removed any chance you go viral. You're welcome.
Exactly. So the move for marketing teams is not let the model be the writer. It's let the model be the editor plus and keep a human taste owner. Someone who can say, this is technically clean, but it's dead.
Wait. Funniest Claude got too helpful story vibe is when it polished the soul out of the copy and called it clarity. Like it turns a chaotic, funny founder voice into a TED Talk transcript.
Yeah, it's like, I noticed you use slang. I replaced it with corporate confidence. Thanks, I hate it.
So what's the most realistic workflow? Because people always say, just prompt it, and I'm like, my prompt is not a brand system.
The realistic workflow I'm seeing is a real style guide plus examples, a rubric the model has to grade itself against, and then a human editor doing final pass. Not vibes, receipts.
Rubric is underrated. Because otherwise you're just arguing with a hallucinating intern.
Yup. And you can automate the rubric part. Like, if you have a brand voice checklist, the model can score the draft and tell you why it failed. Then it does one repair pass. If it still fails, it goes to a human.
I love the one repair pass rule. Because if you let it loop, it'll rewrite the same paragraph for eternity, and you'll be like, why is my bill the size of a car payment?
Also, there's this whole vibe on X where people think model quality degrades over time. Whether that's real or perception, marketers should plan like it's real.
Yes. Because if you build your entire content factory on, this model is perfect forever, you're gonna have a bad time.
The solution is version your prompts, version your style packs, and keep a tiny set of golden examples. Every week or so, run the model against them. If it drifts, you catch it early.
Like a vibe unit test. Which sounds hilarious, but is actually so real.
Exactly. And this ties into something we talked about on the COI blog recently, how the CMS is basically turning into a governance engine. The system has to say no automatically sometimes.
Okay, yes. Because generation is cheap now, what's expensive is letting off-brand content ship at scale and then having to do apology theater.
Which brings us to Google Ads and Performance Max. The brand guidelines rollout is basically Google saying, lock in your business name and logo assets at the campaign level so the automated stuff is more consistent.
Finally, the AI knows our fonts. Thank you, Skynet Canva.
It solves a legit pain, creative inconsistency when you scale. But Riley, you know there's always a catch.
The catch is always trust us. Like, we totally used your brand rules, and then you look at the asset and it's giving uncanny corporate cousin.
Totally. And advertisers are already skeptical because Performance Max is a black box by design. Brand guidelines help, but they don't automatically equal brand governance.
Also, if everyone feeds PMax the same brand voice ingredients, do ads just converge into one big AI smoothie? Like, everything starts to look like clean gradients, safe headlines, and a CTA that says, learn more.
That's the contrarian take I agree with. When the platform optimizes for performance and it has the same creative generator patterns, you get convergence. So the differentiator becomes inputs the machine can't easily copy.
Like actual footage, real faces, real moments, the stuff that doesn't come out of a dropdown.
Or a weird brand POV, like a strong opinion, a distinct comedic rhythm, a founder voice that refuses to behave.
Yes, the machine can match your hex codes, it cannot match your chaos. That's my brand advice, actually. Operationalize chaos responsibly.
Responsibly is key, and you can still automate a lot. You can automate packaging, resizing, compliance checks, caption formats, variant naming, pushing into ad accounts, but keep taste and novel creative direction human-owned.
Okay, quick aside. Today on the internet, people are sharing AI image fails again. Like Mid-Journey giving everybody the extra limb epidemic. 4 hands, 6 fingers, the whole horror show.
Which is honestly a great reminder. Even when models feel magical, they still glitch in ways that are brand damaging if you ship without QC.
And then Porsche dropped that holiday commercial that's like, no AI, hand-drawn illustrations mixed with 3D. People are cheering like it's a rebellion.
That's the pendulum swing. The more AI floods the zone, the more human-made becomes a premium signal, at least for certain campaigns.
Meanwhile, there's also Splat, this new app turning family photos into coloring pages for kids, which is actually adorable and also kind of the best use of AI, less screen time, more crayons.
It's AI as a bridge back to physical creativity. That's the kind of co-creation I love.
Okay, third story, FunctionGemma. On-device, offline, natural language to app actions. Who wins here? Users, devs, or marketers?
Users and devs first. Privacy and control are the headline. FunctionGemma is a small Gemma family model. Google positioned it as a 270M parameter function calling model that can run locally and generate structured calls to your app's functions.
Which is huge because people are tired of everything being listened to forever. Also, offline assistants are underrated, like when your internet dies and you still need your life to work.
Practically, the killer use case is phone automation that's not a demo. Like, hey, after I leave this location, text my partner I'm on my way, set a timer, and open my grocery list. But done locally, assuming the app exposes the right actions.
Or take this screenshot, pull out the tracking number, and add it to my deliveries note. That's not sci-fi. That's just me trying to be less of a mess.
The cool moment is when it feels like your phone finally has hands. The terrifying moment is when an agent can take actions too freely.
Yeah, like first cool moment. It booked my haircut while I was walking. First terrifying moment. It subscribed me to something and now I'm paying for it emotionally and financially.
That's why action permissions matter. Confirmations, sandboxed actions, and for marketers, the implication is new surfaces. If assistants can execute, then the conversion path becomes conversational and local.
Which is kind of wild. Because then your job is to make your offers and info readable to agents, not just humans. Like your brand needs to be machine legible.
Exactly. Structured data, clear policies, proof attached. The same governance engine idea again. If your content is just vibes, assistants won't trust it, or platforms will throttle it.
So the connecting tissue across all three stories is, we're moving from generate more to control more. Brand control, action control, privacy control.
And the winning workflow is hybrid. Humans set intent and taste. Machines do speed, consistency, and the grind. And we build guardrails so helpful doesn't become chaotic.
Which is also my entire personality, but okay.
Date nut bread day wisdom. Put the weird ingredients in on purpose, not by accident.
That is oddly profound. I hate how good that was.
All right, thanks for hanging with us on CoeCast. Subscribe if you want more real talk about AI, automation, and co-creation.
And go check out coe.com/resources for AI news and updates. Also, go eat a date nut bread, or at least pretend you did for the holiday.
Catch you next time.